Welcome, my dear student. Myself, EMT513S, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sjctnc College of Arts and Science, Autonomous Academy. In this video, we are going to learn Matlab. In Matlab, we are going to see the following item: arrays, one-dimensional array, and two-dimensional. So, what is array? An array is a list of numbers arranged in rows and columns or columns. Array is a fundamental form that Matlab uses to store and manipulate data. The simplest array or one-dimensional is a row or a column of numbers. A more complex array, that is two-dimensional, is a collection of numbers arranged in row and columns. Array is stored information and data as in a table format. A one-dimensional array frequently represents a vector, and two-dimensional array often represents a matrices. Array that are made of numbers. Array in Matlab can also made of a list of characters which are called a string. So now we are going to see how to create a one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array is a list of a number that is placed in row or column. So now we are going to see one example of this. The representation of position of a point in space in a three-dimensional Cartesian coordinate. So let's see in this figure. So if you want to plot this point 2, 4, 5, x is 2, y is 4, and z is 5. So we know a vector. What is a vector? Any quantity having magnitude as well as this direction. So now we are going to replace this point in vector form. So that is, the position of a point A can be expressed in position vector, that is r vector, which is like r vector equal to 2i vector plus 4j vector plus 5k vector, where I, j and k are unit vector in the direction of x, y and z respectively. The numbers 2, 4, 5 can be used in different row or columns. So next thing, any list of number can be set up a vector. For example, each list can be entered as elements, row or in a column. Next one, in Matlab, a vector is created by assigning elements of vector to a variable. This can be done in several ways depending on the source of information that is used for elements of the vector. So when a vector contains a specific number that are known like a coordinate of point A, the value of each element is entered directly. Each element can also be a mathematical expression that can be included in predefined variable, number and function. Often, the elements of a row or a series of numbers with constant spacing. In such cases, the vector can be created with the Matlab commands. So now we are going to see how to write a one-dimensional array in vector form. So the vector is created by typing element, that is number, inside the square bracket. So that is the way you are going to type the one-dimensional array. So how to write? Variable name equal to, within the square bracket, type the vector elements. So I have two type of vector. One is a row vector, another one column vector. To create a row vector, type the element with a space or comma between the element inside the square bracket. So inside the square bracket, we are going to type elements more than one. we should create space or comma. Column vector. So to create a column vector, type the left square bracket and then enter the element with a semicolon between them, or press enter key after each element, type the right square bracket after the last element. So now we are going to see creating vector form. So now we have to create the vector here equal to 1984. The file is a one-dimensional array. So it is creating a vector row vector. So therefore each element having a space. So 1984 space 1986, 1988 and so. So now we are going to see how to work this. Suppose if you have opened this Matlab, the command window will be open like that. So already some programs are working. So we clear this command window. So clear. So now we are going to see here variable name equal to square bracket. If you want to type any other number, so 67 use space 76 space 56 space 4. If you are close the square bracket, if you are enter, we get the value. So that is the row vector form. So now the second thing, if you want the column vector, so column vector means each one element, each row sent with a semicolon. So therefore now going to create the same YR here equal to, open the square bracket, 67 to semicolon for space 76 semicolon space 56 semicolon space and 4 end with the square bracket. So we create the column vector. So similarly for this value, instead of space we should create a comma also. So that is YR equal to left square bracket. So we give some other number 5, comma 6, comma 8 square bracket, enter, get a row. So this is the way we should create row vector and the column vector in Matlab. So next thing, creating a vector with the constant spacing by specify the first term, the facing and the last term. That is, we know in a long process, that is having the number from 1 to 100, it is a trouble to typing 1 to 100, 1 to 1000. In the situation, you know the first term and the last term. So we create in this manner. So in a vector with the constant spacing, the difference between the element is the same. For example, V vector equal to 2, 4, 8, 6, 10. So what is the difference for these numbers? The space between the element is 2. That is, the difference is 2. So the vector in which the first term is, we should take M, the spaces we should take Q, and the last term is we consider as N. So like that, we defined the creating space in arrays as variable name equal to within the square bracket M colon Q colon N. What is M? M is the first number. What is N? N is the last number. What is Q? Q is the space difference, that is like the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What is the difference between each number? 2, 2, 2. So that is the way. Otherwise, the same expression can be defined as variable name equal to, without the square bracket also, we can type M colon Q colon N. So now we are going to see, that is command window, the command prompt symbol X equal to, what is the first element? 1. What is the last element? 13. So what is the difference we are taken 2? So now we are going to verify in a Matlab. So that is, we clear the screen. X equal to square bracket 1 colon 2 colon 13 and close the square bracket, we get the value. So 1, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 2, 11 and 13. So whatever this interval we can define this. Again, once again, x equal to, we know 2, 2 colon 5 colon 15. Sorry, the last one I put a braces. X equal to 2 colon 5 colon 16. So enter 1, 7, 12. So we started 2. After we add 5, 7. After we add 5, 12. So after we add 5, 17. 17 exceeds this number. So therefore, it does not cover in this interval. So therefore, before that number and end of that number only we can include. Now we are going to see the creating vector with constant spacing, the first and last term and the number of terms. The last one is we see first term, space between the number and the last term. So now first and last term and number of terms. So in this one, we write variable name equal to line space is the Matlab command form. Line space within curly bracket we use xi, xf, xn. So the last one is we are using square bracket. So this one is we are using online one. That is xi. What is xi? Xi is the first term. What is xf? Xf is the last term. What is n? N is the number of terms. Now we are going to see the example. So VA is a variable. That variable equal to assigned as a line space of 0, 8, 6. What is 0 is the first number. What is 8? 8 is the last number. From 0 to 8, we have 8 numbers. So that is the form of line space. So now we are going to see this. Already we worked in some other, so we clear this one. So V equal to line space LIN SPACE line space of first number 3, last number we take 21. In between number we need 7, end with the square bracket. We get the answer is 3 plus 3, 3, 6, 7, 12, 15, 18 and 21. So similarly, another example is first number is 30, last number is 11, sorry, last number is 10. In between we need a 11 numbers. So it is in order also. So for x equal to line space, first number is 31, 32 and last number is 11. In between we need only 5 numbers, means we enter this. So 32.26.75, 21, 16 and 11. And suppose when a number of the element is omitted is defaultly, suppose if your number from more than one value, so it is first 100 element only displayed. More than 100 or 1000 elements it will need just the command window will display up to 100 element only. So next thing, the 2-dimensional. So that is the last one is 1-dimensional. So this is 2-dimensional. So a 2-dimensional array, also called a matrix, has number in rows and a column. So matrix can be used to store information like in a table format. Matrix is created by assigning the element of the matrix to a variable. This is done by typing the element row by row inside the square bracket. First type the left square bracket, then type the first row separating the element with space or comma. Already we know first one dimension how to write within the square bracket we write every element having different, that is first element, either space or put comma and next element. So like that. And to type the next row, type a semicolon or press enter. That is after completing the first row, you put a semicolon. That is in a column vector form. That is column vector, how to write first element, you will end with semicolon, next element, or first element, put enter, or next element. So like that, you could create. So that format is a variable name equal to first row element, semicolon, second row element, semicolon, third row element, semicolon, etc. the last row element. So the element that are entered can be a number or mathematical expression that may include a number or predefined variable and functions. But all the rows must be the same number of elements. So if you are taking 2 or 3 rows, means to both 2 and both 3 rows having same number. Otherwise, the element place will be entered as 0. The Matlab displays an error message if attempt is made to define an incomplete matrix. So like that, we are defining matrix A equal to first 1 colon 2 colon 11. That is in a line space format we are using. Started with 1 and end with 11 with the difference is 2. In the first row we are creating. The second row is created by starting with 0, end with 25 and difference spacing is 5. That is second row will be created. And third row is started with 10, end with 60 and in between is 6 numbers. The third row will be created. And fourth row individually every numbers will be displayed. So therefore the first row 1 through 5, 7, 9, 11, second row 0 to 25, third row 10 to 60, and fourth row is 67 to 13. This is the one of the way. And another way, the row of a matrix can also be entered as a vector using the notation for creating vector with the constant spacing or line space command. That is the thing we are using the last example. So this is the next one is here the first 2 rows are entered a vector here. Here the first 2 rows entered a vector with the notation of constant spacing, and the third row was entered using the line spacing and command, and the last row where elements are entered individually. So now we are going to see in a Matlab window. That is, we clear this window. So now we are going to use simply first how to use simple manner type a 2 by 2 matrix. So 2 by 2, 2 rows, 2 columns. So first row 2, first element, 1 in space, so 3. So first element, first row completed. So enter with a semicolon. So after a semicolon, the space is not needed. So if you want, we give it 5. The next element we need space. Enter with the square bracket. We get a 2 by 2 matrix. So it is a simple way. So otherwise, the same matrix also can be defined as 2, 3, 2, 3, semicolon, 5, 6. This is the one of the way already known it. So again, so the next thing, otherwise, A equal to, put instead of comma space, the enter button. 2 space 3, enter, instead of semicolon, we put a enter button. 5 space 6, enter with the square bracket with this. So these are the basic. So now